So this article made its way around the MLB The Show community the other week. MLB The Show could be coming to PC next year. Will MLB The Show be coming to PC? Is it really possible? What are all the potential moving pieces that could go down that would lead to this happening or not? There are a lot of things that need to occur, and a lot of things that need to be improved upon and worked on for MLB The Show to be on PC anytime soon. And we're going to go through all of those things and all of the factors that could affect MLB The Show potentially going to PC or not. So I know a lot of people have seen this article and have been really hopeful that MLB The Show one day comes to PC, whether it's MLB The Show 22 or just any game down the road. Me personally, I would love it on PC. I have a pretty beefy boy PC here, and it would be so sick playing MLB The Show on a computer with higher frame rates and just making sure the game plays really smooth. However, there's a lot of moving pieces and a lot of things that would affect this game coming onto PC. First of all, it's tough to compare sports games. MLB The Show has a lot of user feedback. It has a lot of user control, from moving the PCIs to feedback with pitching. All of that is in the user's hands. Other sports games like Madden, for example, a user runs and chooses when to pass, and there's a lot of instances like that, but there wouldn't be an advantage of using one input over another. If you play on PC with a keyboard and mouse, you realize how much different and how much better it could be to have a mouse. And in terms of MLB The Show, what they would need to do is add a whole different input, very likely at least, to the mix to allow keyboard and mouse play. When you come out with games on PC, normally they allow you to do keyboard and mouse. If there are any games out there that require you to use controller when you play on a PC setup, let me know. I would love to know if I'm just missing anything. But from my knowledge, you would need to likely come up with an input method for a keyboard and mouse setup, which I don't know how you do that easily and balance it properly. For example, if you're gonna have PCI hitting, if you're gonna have zone hitting with keyboard and mouse, imagine if you could use a mouse to control the PCI. At that point, you are just pointing and then clicking or hitting something to swing. And I feel like that is gonna be something impossible to balance. How are you ever gonna have something like a controller input be close to a keyboard and mouse input when you have literally as much of a user accuracy defined thing as that? And also, big thing as well, there's no like aim assist or anything in this game. It's not like a shooter game where you get aim assist and that's kind of the balance. You know, you can keep players who play keyboard and mouse at the same level as controller players. And it evens that playing field, it evens that margin a bit. If MLB The Show were to be keyboard and mouse, I don't think you would be able to do that and pull that off in an effective manner, at least yet. They would need to find some sort of balance or some way to make it work. And where MLB The Show is right now, this game just released on Xbox this year. There have been some buggy things that only Xbox players have had with like controller inputs and weird things like that. Also, if you've been playing the game, you know there have been really big server issues. There have been server issues all year with the game, and I would like to assume they're making that a priority for the next game. I really don't know. But if you're gonna add on another player base with PC, Xbox, and then PlayStation, that's gonna be very difficult, whether it's cross-platform or not. And I bet they're gonna keep going the cross-platform direction. It'd be weird to go away from that now. And finally, if you guys play any PC games, you know that there is an anti-cheat on many games. On PC platforms, it is a lot easier to install cheats and methods that allow you to exploit and like take advantage of certain things in the game. Like, you know, when you play Call of Duty, you got those dudes who are aimbotting, or they have wall hacks and they know where you are. There's a lot of things like that on PC that people can do. They would need to find some way to potentially combat stuff like that. You can't just, especially if Diamond Dynasty and online play is going to be encouraged like it has been, wouldn't really make sense to release it, because you're just going to be giving the game into the hands of a lot of people that could just do stuff like that, and that would really ruin the game and ruin cross-platform. And just from my guess, I don't know if they're in a position to really put all of this stuff together. MLB The Show 21 is great. It was. And the jump to cross-platform was fantastic and great for the series. But there's so many big pieces that would need to be in place to make a PC release happen for them. I could see it being at least a little bit. And in terms of the article, which we haven't even talked about yet, it says in the article, a new job listing for QA testers of MLB The Show could hint at the previously PlayStation exclusive franchise may be coming soon to PC. So they said that they found a job listing saying that they need to have a good knowledge on basic hardware and networking setup and how principles and components apply to the modern console, PC, and mobile gaming functionality. So if there's anything to pick up from that, maybe there's something in terms of PC, but from what I've heard from people, many games are created on PCs. I mean, normally that's the case, and then ported onto consoles. Yeah, I don't really know how true that is, but I've heard that before. And also, big thing that would be taken note is mobile. Maybe there's some sort of mobile release at some point. Or they're just listing everything possible, and they're just gonna have them test the modern console. There could be a shop, I guess you never know. But this story isn't any confirmation or anything like that. There are a lot of loopholes, and this could be entirely insignificant, so wouldn't really get your hopes up based on this story. Do I think MLB The Show can be on PC one day? Absolutely. I would love in the hopefully near future of a few years to get a PC release, even if it's just offline where you could do things like franchise and allow people to tune things on their own. It would be sick to get a PC release of MLB The Show. I would really enjoy playing it on my PC, even if I do end up playing on a controller on there. Do I think it will happen? However, no, I don't think it's gonna happen next year. Honestly, I could see it being a few years. There's a ways to go with this franchise. While this is a big year, there's a lot of room to improve with MLB The Show, and I would assume that the amount of people that would play on PC in comparison to the consoles is a lot slimmer. Let me know in the comments section, would you want to see MLB The Show on PC? Would you want to play MLB The Show on PC? Would you want to see all of the things that it can do? Or are you someone that doesn't really care about this? I know there are a lot of people that comment on the MLB The Show tweets saying, oh, release on PC right now, blah, 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 blah. I'm really curious if any of you guys would want to play MLB The Show on PC. I think it would be fun. If they can execute it and make it done well, I would love it, genuinely. At least in an offline version of the game for franchise, Road to the Show, anything like that, and give PC players a modern baseball game, because they really haven't gotten a modern baseball game to this caliber that's like a sim type thing really in years. That's gonna be it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed. Make sure you leave a thumbs up if you did. We'll be talking a lot of MLB The Show on the channel here, so make sure you sub to keep up with all that leading up into MLB The Show 22. But you guys have a great rest of your day. Hope you enjoyed. I'll see you all again on the next one. Deuces.